Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Diana Zarazua with Global Partners Training. And with me today is Paul Hesselschwart, founding partner of Global Partners Training. Welcome, Paul.
Thank you.
So we're here today to talk about the new book by Charles Duhigg called Supercommunicators. Paul has written a great review of this book. It's on our MyGPT site. And every quarter, Paul reviews one or two books that we think our alumni students will find interesting and useful as you continue to develop soft skills. Now, at Global Partners Training, we've been fans of Charles Duhigg for a while. We do refer to some of his earlier work in our own training about creating better work habits. But in this book, Duhigg really gets into communications. And his point is that more effective communications starts with having better conversations. And when I read Paul's review and also watched the video of one of the Charles Duhigg interviews, you'll also find that on our MyGPT site. It was really surprising and great to see the strong linkages between some of what Duhigg was talking about and what we train in our own communications process that we call ASQ. And I'm talking about some of the basics, right? Like more active listening, asking more open questions, using feeling-finding questions, even acknowledging the customer. So, Paul, I was interested. Did you also see these linkages? And maybe you could share one of the stories that Duhigg gave as an example that even in challenging communication instances, the super communicator is still able to create empathy, right? Or trust.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure, Diana. Thanks for raising that. Yeah, the first thing I recognized when I started reading Super Communicators were the similar themes between the book and our own total customer focus or TCF training. And one of the things, for example, that Duhigg raises very early in the book is what he calls the matching principle. And the matching principle basically is about how do you understand what's going on in the mind of another person, and then in the conversation you match your own part of the dialogue to those types of insights. In TCF, we do something similar by teaching the concept of empathy. And in empathy is all about the same thing. It's how do I understand what's going on in the mind of the other person, even if they're not saying it, even if they may not be fully aware of it themselves. And then most importantly, how do I then communicate that to the other person, reflected in the conversation? So both of them are grounded in this ability to be able to understand what's hidden, what's going on in the mind of another person, and then to bring that out. Now, to do that doesn't require a brand new skill. These are, in fact, traits that make us human. And as a result of that, really all that's needed to be done with getting people to understand and be able to use empathy, or as Dewey calls it in the book, to synchronize with another person, is to bring out those traits and enhance them. And really one of the best ways to do that is with training.
That's great.